Alright. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Kasper and I'm doing my best to improve my English speaking skills by making YouTube videos where I struggle to speak some English. I feel a bit under the weather today and I'm a bit tired, but let's not make it an excuse. So, today's question is, do you care more about material or intellectual wealth, and why? That's another great question to answer, and to put it straight, I don't really care about material wealth. It doesn't matter how much money do I have as long as it's enough to make ends meet. It doesn't matter how much money I end up with because it doesn't change much in my lifestyle anyway. Of course, I accept the argument that money and material goods have value and are important in some way. That's obvious. Let's say people vary from person to person. I know many people that have plenty of money. Some of them are and they are rich for many different reasons. Some inherited, some earned it through a lifetime of hard work, and some were simply lucky because they were born into a well-off family. Let's take me as an example. Personally, I was born into a less well-off family, unfortunately. As long as I remember, my family was struggling with money. I come from, as they call, from a deprived home. I remember times when we were living on the breadline and we had barely enough money to keep the wolf from the doors. I even remember times when we have nothing to eat. I remember it as clear as a day. So let me give let me ex- let me give you this as an example. Let me describe this situation. When I was a child, my father and I were visiting my aunt, and my aunt gave me a coin to buy some sweets when I got back home. And when we did, my parents took it away from me. They, they were they were shaming me because I didn't want to give my money to them. They were saying things like, don't you understand that we don't have money and we need it? Don't be selfish, and things like that. Of course, I didn't understand it because I was a small child wanting to buy something sweet to eat. Isn't it obvious? It wasn't for my parents, and that's a shame. What I want to tell you is I know the value of money. I was taught to live a simple life. I don't need much to be happy. I don't own a car. I don't own an apartment. I still rent an apartment, and it doesn't matter to me. I realize that having that is important, and I truly believe that thanks to my hard work, I will be able to afford it one day. It's obvious to me. I just need some time and some hard work to do. We don't know what the future holds, but I'm quite optimistic about it. My what I want to say is that my self-esteem doesn't come from material goods and from money, but rather from intellectual wealth. I mean, my self-esteem comes from my knowledge, my skills, and from my character rather than my money. And I think that people who associate their self-esteem, their value with money are really insecure because you can lose everything easily. And on the other hand, intellectual wealth is something that cannot be taken from you. And in my humble opinion, people who have intellectual wealth are much more rich than people who have flashy cars, expensive clothes, expensive iPhones, etc., etc. Alright, that's all for today. Making this video took a lot of effort from me, and I'm a bit exhausted at this point. I hope you enjoy it and you understand my point. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.